Been a rough year for an industry near and dear to the heart of Portland. We're talking about craft beer. At the beginning of the pandemic, it was unclear how hard breweries would be hit by the shutdown, but many managed to thrive amid uncertain times. And then came the wildfires, causing more hurdles for many breweries already navigating rough waters. This week, as we prepare for the annual Oregon Beer Awards, Willamette Week is focusing on some of those breweries that turned to innovation to stay open. And joining us to talk about the article is Willamette Week Assistant Arts and Culture Editor Andi Prewitt. Andi, thank you for joining us.
Great to be here.
One brewery that has really prided itself on being craft only and draft only, as a matter of fact, had to make some changes as bars and restaurants across the state shut down. Tell us about that.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite breweries in the state, Barley Brown's. It's located a little more than 300 miles east of Portland in the town of Baker City, and it's actually one of the state's most decorated breweries. But they've been in business for over 20 years, and they famously refuse to can their beer. It's a point of pride for founder Tyler Brown, where his customers need to get off their couch, out of their living rooms, out the front door, go find a bar or a restaurant in order to get one of his pints of beer fresh from the tap. And so the one time his beer actually was canned, 2 years ago, it was sort of this novelty showcase at a beer fest in Boise, Idaho, where they brought in a mobile canner and they kegged his beer live there in front of everyone. It was so popular, people actually smuggled the cans of beer out rather than drink them there on site to sort of use as a keepsake. He found quickly after the lockdown, in order to survive, he needed to shift his business model. So he actually reached out to that mobile canner from the festival, and they started packaging 1 week after the spring lockdowns in 2020. So he was able to survive. He did a full year packaging off and on, depending on whether they were open or closed. And fans were actually happy because they could get Barley Brown's beer on a regular basis in 16-ounce cans.
Some turn to delivery to keep revenue and maintain their staff. Talk about some of the issues they ran into, Andi.
Well, if you're a beer drinker, you know that in spring in particular, delivery was a lifeline for many of the city's breweries. Von Ebert Brewing in Portland, they were one of the first actually right out of the gate to start packaging their beer. And, you know, there was some snafus in the beginning every once in a while, but overall it was largely successful. And employees, they jumped on the delivery. They trained themselves how to use the online payment system. They took photos of the beer to post on the website. They planned the delivery logistics, the whole shebang. Now, there were challenges. They accidentally programmed their site to look like it was out of some of their most popular beers every once in a while. At one point, they also resorted to using those Avery envelope labels as stickers to put on their cans to save money. And then, of course, the biggest sort of challenge they ran into was just profit. Although it was highly popular, 1 day of delivery was equivalent to 1 hour of business pre-Timbers match at their Pearl pub.
There will be some changes to this year's Beer Awards. What will be different this year?
Yeah, so everything is online this year because of the pandemic, but it's still going to be a great party. The Oregon Beer Awards will take place tomorrow. They start at 5:30 p.m. Tickets are just $5, which is a great deal for one of the biggest and best beer parties in town. We still have the same great categories. We still had the same double-blind judging process, so you know this is a highly credible adjudication event. And we also have the same brewer co-hosts, and of course heavy drinking among all of the participants who are watching, tuning in to see if they're going to win on this live stream tomorrow. So again, it's one of the biggest, most anticipated beer parties in town, and this year, no stage, no problem. They're coming to you live from a hot tub.
I'm thirsty all of a sudden, by the way, Andi. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it, as always. You can read the entire article in the latest edition of Willamette Week on newsstands now or online at wweek.com.